It's noon here in Bethesda, Maryland on Thursday, December 29th. And this is news that you can use from YAA with your hosts, Zach and Ray. 2 days before New Year's Eve.
2 days, Pops. All right, here's the deal.
Yeah.
Car dealers are crumbling under the pressure.
Excuse me?
They are indeed, Dad. We are going to spend today's show reviewing success stories, recent deals, and then addressing questions in our community forum because it is end of year. It is the time. If you need to be buying a car, it's the best time. I mean, Toyotathon is on. Okay,
it's on now. It's
on now. So
yeah. And believe me, if she says there's deals, I bet you there's probably deals.
So we're going to review some recent success stories and dive into questions and honestly things like this from Chris. Does anyone know in chat where I can get a rogue RAV4 or similar size for a good deal? Yeah, Chris, we probably do, and we'll be able to help you out. So we're going to spend today going through those questions because, Dad, we are seeing more and more success stories, which lead me to believe more and more dealers are feeling the pressure of what's going on. So some recent success stories that came in just yesterday. Actually, we'll start here, Dad.
Yes.
$4,000 off on a Mazda CX-9 Signature.
Oh, wow.
And on a lease deal. With the amazing help of Space and the advisors Phil and Justice leading up to Boxing Day, I am now in my first lease. I live in Waldorf, Maryland. I became a member a couple of months ago after learning that my bulletproof V8 Limited 03 4Runner with 333,000 miles has a rusted frame. I've spent almost every waking moment watching a ton of YouTube videos and researching the car industry in ways that I would have never done so before. I secured a 36-month, 12,000-mile lease. This includes obtaining 8% off of the MSRP and getting GAP for $16 a month.
Wow. $16 a month seems a tad high.
For GAP?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I trust the likes of Mario and others.
But isn't GAP included in a Mazda lease in the inception fees? In the acquisition fee? I'm not 100% certain. I know, for instance, on a Toyota lease, GAP is not included, but on a Mini or BMW lease, GAP is included in the. Sorry.
I mean, it's just what are you trying to? What's your point?
16 times 36. That's my point. It seems like a lot of money for GAP insurance on a lease. That's all I'm saying. Cool. The rest of the deal sounds really, really good. I'm sorry.
I just,
but Mario and Phil and Justice, I'm sure they were on top of it.
Thank you. Okay, that's what I was looking for. Well, it's not like you helped her.
It's not like I help anybody.
All right,
I did pick up a package for you, though.
All right, Dad. Another one here. Another example of dealers who are actually having the deal. This one from Al.
Yeah.
2023 Honda CRV EXL in the Bay Area.
Yeah.
There was very little inventory on the lot of the three dealers I checked over the phone. The lowest price I could get on the car was $1,000 over MSRP, which was the same dealer I had bought a new vehicle from back in 2020. Went down to the dealer. The salesperson showed me their inventory tracker, and out of 30 Honda CRVs in transit, over half were already reserved. After some negotiation, they dropped the price to MSRP.
Very nicely done.
Another example here. You gotta, as you like to say, that you gotta threaten to actually buy a vehicle.
Yeah, your presence is your leverage.
All right, soon a few more here. We've got, Dad, this recent 2023 Honda Civic purchase.
Yes.
I will start off by saying my favorite expression to use today was, quote, well, I've got a pretty competitive quote from blank, for blank from blank.
Yeah.
That is helpful. That's leverage.
It is, yes.
In a nutshell, purchased at MSRP. Do not be paying additional dealer markups plus taxes and fees as originally settled on over the phone with the dealer. I didn't feel comfortable risking not having a VSC, so I got a quote from YAA beforehand, showed the numbers to the salesperson, and boy, did they knock the price down by a lot, literally 1/3 the original price.
Wow.
Pretty much the same as what you guys offered me, so I decided to go with theirs.
Makes perfect sense.
Makes a ton of sense. He was pretty indignant when I gave him the YAA quote, asked, quote, who is that? Who could possibly offer that? I just asked him again what he could do to give me for me, given the information. So, Dad, these are examples. Yeah, this is awesome. Then we get into APR as well.
Yes.
Lowered the monthly payment. All right. Man, this is quite the essay, but very proud. These are examples, Dad, of market conditions changing, the frenzy at the end of the year. Maybe car dealers crumbling is a bit hyperbolic, but that's my style. These are examples of deals to be had in today's market. Are you getting 10% under MSRP on a Civic? No, but you're not paying 10% over MSRP anymore, are you?
No. You don't have to pay over MSRP anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Jerry straightened my ass out, just so you know.
Most others do not include GAAP.
Thank you, Jerry.
Thank you, Jerry. All right, we've got from RAA. Can you provide a list of how dealers make profit, like holdback, manufacturer incentives, floor planning assistance, etc.? It would be great to have when negotiating. You want to speak to this briefly, Pops, while I queue up what's
Haven't
next?
we talked about all that stuff in our glossary of terms?
Yeah, that's a good point. I'll pull that up.
Yes, so holdback assistance is something the dealer gets paid quarterly when they sell cars. Typically, it's 2 to 3% of the base MSRP of a vehicle. If the vehicle's base MSRP is $30,000 and it's 2%, well, there's a $600 payment that the dealer will receive after they have sold the car. Floor plan assistance is just that. It's to assist the dealer with the carrying costs of keeping a vehicle on the lot. Now, in most cases today, there's not a whole lot of inventory on the lots, so floor plan assistance has become a profit center for many dealers. And then there could be factory to dealer incentives, although we've seen less and less of that because of vehicle shortages. But yeah, there are extra ways that dealers pick up extra profits from. It's called below the line money. So when if a dealer were to show you an invoice and they would show you the bottom line invoice price, well, there's floor plan assistance, there's holdback, there's advertising assistance or marketing assistance, and all those are what are referred to as under the line monies that the dealer then collects from the manufacturer.
Yep. The money that we don't see, but if you know about it, you know about it, and
yes,
it's extra.
And maybe they'll share some of it with you, and maybe they won't.
I want to share 2 more recent deals. So again, we are doing a better job, and I've got to commend the team behind the scenes. Ashley yesterday did 52 chats, Dad. 52 people, individual people she helped. So if there was a time of year to ask you to get on the community forum,
yes,
now is definitely that time, because we are going to spend some time here in just a few minutes going through the community forum and addressing some of the questions that are there, because our team is so overwhelmed.
Yes,
end of year is the busiest time for us, and it's incredible to help as many people as we do. But we had a couple more deals that were posted in here, Dad, in our deal worksheet. So for example, we had a Honda Accord SE. Whoops. Come on, man. We had a Honda Accord SE. Here it is. At Honda of Tomball, go for 5% below MSRP, Dad. That's
very
huge.
Cool. Yeah.
You're in Texas, you're looking for a Honda Accord, a new one, 5% below MSRP. Dad, we had this Audi Q4 e-tron. Talk about electric vehicles.
Yeah, they're in the Sacramento area, if I remember correctly.
8.25% below MSRP.
Wow.
Okay, so we are seeing significant discounts on certain vehicles. Others, Hyundai Sonata, like we talked about earlier this week, 8.5% off of MSRP on that. Subarus under MSRP. Honda Pilot used, going for 12% below asking price. Kia's below MSRP. So deals are being seen on these vehicles. And then there are still some, like I saw in the chat.
Mazda I saw in there. Wow.
Yeah, and I have seen some of the chat messages. So for example, where was it? Regardless of what I'm hearing on YouTube, it's really difficult to find a deal on a Hyundai Tucson. There are still some vehicles that are incredibly difficult to get discounts on.
Maybe, just maybe, you need to look at something other than a Hyundai Tucson.
Absolutely.
Maybe because we saw on that list at a Mazda dealer, somebody got several percentage below MSRP on a CX-5. So maybe
was that not the success story we did the other day? The guy was cross shopping a Honda and a Mazda, and he went with the Mazda, and he saved 12%.
Quite a bit. So maybe you need to be considering, instead of a Hyundai Tucson, you need to be considering a CX-5. I don't know. You just need to broaden what it is that you're willing to look at.
All right, we're going to do a couple chat messages quickly, and then, Dad, we're going to jump into the community forum and help some folks live. Okay. Mark says, I do wonder how many people are having buyer's remorse for purchasing new vehicles about a year ago.
Probably most of them.
Yeah.
Especially as things get closer and closer to returning to normal, and the normal amount of depreciation will start to take place. Are you playing wheelsies with me?
I am, sorry.
So those people that paid several $1,000s in market adjustments are going to find themselves so significantly upside down on their vehicle. Their negative equity situation is just going to be it's probably going to prevent those folks from ever trading out of those vehicles until they're very close to the end of their loan term.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I want to pull up Luna's comment, and then again, we're going to the chat. Luna says, yesterday I tried to negotiate for a 2021 Audi Q3 with 11,000 miles, 56 days, asking 56 days on the market. Asking was 33,488. I went up to 32,700 out the door, and they would not budge. I'm in the Seattle area. Thank you for all the advice. So helpful. So this is an interesting one, Deb, because if you think about it,
Yes.
a 33,488 asking price means, and Seattle's different. The tax rates there are ridiculously high. If I'm not mistaken, they're like 10 or 11%. Some of the highest, but realistically, the out the door price on an asking price of 33,488 is probably something like 36.5.
Yeah, so there's the reason that they wouldn't budge.
Boom. So if you're asking for $4,000 below that, that is a 10% discount. Which, again, to be clear, we've seen some success stories like on a Honda Passport, or excuse me, a Honda Pilot. We've seen some people get about 10% below asking.
I think if I had been that customer, the way to handle that is say, okay, you're asking what would the out the door price be? Then once they give you the out the door price, then you have something to negotiate against.
Because on that out the door price, you're also going to see if there's add-ons.
And you have all so you know what all the fees are. But to see their asking price and then offer well below the asking price as an out the door price, I think that is a negotiating tactic that doesn't necessarily set you up for success.
Yeah, I completely agree. All right, Dad, let's do it. Let's jump over to the community forum and let's see if we can help a few folks over there. Again, the team.
That was me jumping.
The team is. God,
I hope I think I might have pulled a groin.
Julika, this is, and I'm going to clip this and send it to our partners. We work with the company AUL. They're the administrator. And I have complained to them multiple times that when you choose 2023 on our website, it doesn't show the options.
Yes.
It's very frustrating because
how people supposed to get a quote on a
we are very far into the 2023 model year. So Talika, please humor me. I apologize that I have to ask you to do this. On the website, get a quote for a 2022. It'll be the same exact price. Okay, so go on the website, and if you do 2023 and you do Honda, it's not going to work because she was looking for, what was it, a Honda? Yeah, whatever. Even if it's literally anything, it's not going to work. You go 2022. You go Honda.
What one was it?
I think it was a Pilot or a Passport. It'll work.
And
the price is going to be the exact same. Okay.
You sure?
Yeah, the price is going to, and if it's not, I will make it the exact same for you. And AUL, I'm going to clip this. Autumn, Jason, I'm sending this to you. We need to get this fixed. This is unacceptable. It's ridiculous. We're more than halfway through the model year switchover. We got to have this stuff fixed. And I'm frustrated that we don't. Now, Dad.
Yes.
Let's come back here. The community forum, 100% free. And we've got great people like Laura, who's not in the chat today.
Yes.
Because
she's picking up her
car. She's test driving.
Oh, she's test driving.
She's test driving a 2022 Honda Pilot today. There's 0% financing from Honda right now in play. Here is the out the door price quote that she got. Okay, Dad, I want you to review this. It has, let me zoom in for you. And just so everyone knows, Ashley on our team is reviewing this for her as well. Give me one second, Pops. I just want to make sure. Yeah, there you go. So you've got everything up on the screen there. Looks like they're selling the vehicle at MSRP.
Okay.
Adding $350 in all-weather mats.
That's fairly normal.
$250 in dock fees, $35 license fee gets you to the out-the-door price down here, the $47,894.
And she can get 0% financing. But I think because it's a 2022 and the 2023s are already coming in. Okay.
Yeah, we saw a recent 2022 go for 7.6 under MSRP.
I'm thinking that she should be able to get a discount below MSRP.
So here's what we do on the YAA community forum. We click on comments.
Yes.
And we say, hey, Laura.
Can I sneeze?
Congrats on going. Yeah, please. That's dirty, though.
That's going to be even
dirtier. I'm kidding.
I didn't sneeze.
You should.
Son of a.
For a few percentage points below MSRP on the OTD. Let us know how the test drive goes. Right?
Yes.
All right, let's keep going.
Okay.
We've got a Bolt EUV.
Yeah.
So we've got the Monroney label here. I'm going to zoom in on that so we can all see.
28,940.
28,940. $2,740. Okay, and that includes the options. The driver confidence package. Anyway,
Yeah, they should include that in the in that McLaren that has the faulty nuts.
so we've got $28,940, Dad. The
Yeah.
sale price,
Yes,
$27,200.
yes.
Rebates. Then they're adding back $1,995 in market value.
Hey, I got an idea. Take that 1995 off. There is no added market value today.
Okay, and then they are adding a processing fee of $800.
Where are we in Virginia?
So ultimately getting to an out-the-door price of $28,765. This is the thing that we're saying. Yeah, there's no market value on this, right?
There shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hampton Roads, Virginia.
Well, I could tell by the $7.99 processing fee.
And who is this? This is Matt.
Yeah. Matt, get them to drop the market value and double check. Go to Chevrolet's website and double check what the factory rebates on that program on that vehicle might be. And then what customer rebates you might qualify for from the federal government.
We've got a 2023 Honda Odyssey Sport, $41,500 before taxes. Does this look like a good deal? Let's take a peek. So yeah, we've got a 2023 Honda Odyssey Sport.
The
MSRP
discounted,
$42,655, discounting at $700.
What are the accessories?
Adding $1,700 in accessories.
What are the accessories, and did you want the accessories? Okay. And if they're not accessories that you wanted and they are dealer installed accessories, then negotiate the cost of those accessories. So, a discount on the vehicle when they're adding $1,700 worth of accessories that might have cost them $500 doesn't seem like that big of a discount anymore.
All right, let's look at one more here. And again,
Yeah.
this is the benefit of the community forum, and there's plenty of folks that are in here helping each other out. 2020 Ford Expedition Limited.
Yes.
At an AutoNation dealership, Dad. We know AutoNation does not negotiate.
They do not.
On price. Let's take a quick peek. They've got their $45,998 selling price.
Uh-huh.
Sales tax estimate, the dock fee,
Uh-huh.
inspection
State
fee.
inspection, yeah.
Ultimately gets you to almost a $50,000 out the door price.
But a lot of that is taxes.
So $46,000 is the selling price. What would be
Yeah.
your steps to go through thinking through if this is a fair car deal?
Well, if it were me, I would take that VIN number and I would go to our website and
Yep.
I would plug it into the sell section and see what kind of values you get back from CarWise, or as to what dealers are willing to pay on a wholesale level for that vehicle. And that will give you a better understanding as to whether or not you're getting a fair price.
And I know my screen's being shared.
And I would
everyone.
suggest that being an Expedition, I'm not 100% certain, but that's their big ass vehicle, and a gas guzzling vehicle, and those have taken it in the shorts more than other vehicles as far as depreciation recently. So I wouldn't be a tad bit surprised if it's a little overpriced.
Boom.
Just me. Boom
Thank
shop.
you for doing some community forum work with me, Dad. It is important.
Isn't that what you? Oh,
Isn't that what I pay you
it might
for?
be. Yeah. No, it's not. You pay me for this.
All right, let's come back to the chat. We can see if
Yes.
we can address any questions that
Yes.
come up here. Let's see. Boom. Bolt EV, $7,500 comes back January 1st because 200 vehicle limit goes away.
So I think I'd want to wait till January 1st.
And this is
Wouldn't
why
you?
I like the community. Let's come back here.
Yeah.
And let's go back up. Where is that bolt? Boom, right here. Let me go to comments.
Don't pull the trigger before January 1st.
Yeah, I'm going to encourage you to research the tax
Or
credit
Texan said.
tax credit that goes back into place on Jan 1, as that should be
Worse than I do.
doing it live on a show, Dad.
Yeah.
That should
And
be
your
so-
point is that whether it's live or not, you don't type well.
Come on, man.
You type better than me because you use like multiple fingers. Why I only use two.
You're being hard on me on today's show. We've got a question here, Dad, from
Yes.
Snook Family Studios. Looking for a 10-passenger vehicle. Do you know of any dealer or brand rebates for vehicles in that market? Those, like the bigger vans, right?
Yeah.
Those appreciated.
Yeah.
Like
Those are
crazy.
hard. Those are
going
hard
to be
come by.
tricky.
Yeah.
I don't think there's
those
a
are
great deal
really
there.
hard to come by. And maybe a Sprinter van, maybe some oversized GMC vans or Ford van. I mean, I'm not. I am far from an expert when it comes to 10-passenger vehicles.
And candidly, those prices are some of the ones that went up most
Yeah.
significantly. Vans appreciated on the wholesale market for well over a year. So
Yes.
they're going to be tricky to find. Montgomery Velouz wants to know, is MSRP the same at all dealers?
Yes.
Yep, it is. And then we've got Dad here from Flop Years. Anyway, can you still get a good deal on a used car if the pre-purchase inspection can't happen until early January? End of year is more significant for new cars and CPO cars, correct? Certified pre-owned cars.
Can you still get a good deal on a used car if the pre-purchase inspection can't happen until early January? Well, if you're paying cash, you can.
Because the interest rate will go up for
Yeah.
most of your financial
Yeah.
institutions on Jan 1.
Yes.
But you still should be able to negotiate.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, you absolutely should. All right, Pops. You tell me, Dad. You tell me.
What do you want me to tell you?
I'm thinking we go really, you got to be kidding me, unless you've got something else on your mind that we should do.
I work at your whim and whimsy here when it comes to these shows. I have no idea what direction we're going in. I go along for the ride.
Okay, whatever. We can talk about that afterwards. Maybe I need some help with the direction, but it's okay. We don't need to do that live.
No, sure. Let's talk about that.
Well, all the production I do. I produce it, right?
Yeah.
I come up with the topics, but sometimes you help with the topics, but you haven't come up with any topics the past couple of days. So that's been challenging. And I'm very stressed. So maybe I'm just looking for a little help.
Who picked up your package?
Man. The really got to be kidding me could be us, but we actually do have some stuff.
Really? You gotta be kidding.
All right, Dad. This came
yes,
in by
yes.
way of one of our community members, and it gave me a pretty good laugh.
Yeah.
Now, we have a lot of recent winter weather affecting the United States, Dad, and there is some innovation happening in the EV market. The blowing snow filled my charger port. Looked online, seen this. I think it's going to be a good solution.
I doubt it.
So this is what
Yeah.
Yeah. EV drivers are. Do you think the recent cold spell is going to be something in everyone's memory? It's very devastating. Like, for example, we haven't talked about it on the show, but like what happened in Buffalo is so devastating, so sad. The fact that in many areas of the United States, we've seen power grids struggle during this time with cold that we're now at least on the East Coast coming out of, and then solutions like this. And there's also the story, Dad, the Tesla owner who's suing Tesla because he had to cancel his Christmas plans because the car couldn't charge in the freezing weather. Like, do you think this is?
I don't know if that's so or isn't so. I mean,
do you think this is going to be something that sticks around in the memories of folks who are thinking about EVs?
No.
Yeah.
And the reason I say that is, Audi is a pretty popular brand today.
Yep.
Well, in the 80s, there was a situation where people swore that they were putting their foot on the brake, like when they were pulling the car into their garage, and the vehicle suffered from sudden acceleration and went, like, crashed into the wall in the garage. And Audi always claimed it was user error, and then it turned out it really wasn't user error. There was an issue with the vehicles with sudden acceleration. Now, did that impact Audi sales for a number of years? Yeah, 10 or 15 or so.
Yeah.
But then Audi has made a comeback. So could there be short-term memory in regards to how weather might impact EVs? Yes.
Yeah.
Will there be long-term memories about it? No, someday ICE vehicles will just be a fond memory for a lot of people, kind of like a rotary dial phone.
Yeah. You
You have no idea what that is. Your kids, when may have no idea what a ICE vehicle was.
Yeah.
So
they're sure as heck not going to remember in 2023, December of 2022, excuse me, how there was a big, they're not. I hear you.
Unusual weather circumstances happen.
Yeah.
Your first winter out here when we moved from Arizona we had snowmageddon a couple times here in the Baltimore area, and Baltimore got more snow that year than it ever had in any year prior to that.
Yep.
Now, when it snowed like that, gas stations weren't open.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
So, is it difficult sometimes to charge an electric car in foul weather? Yeah, but it's just an isolated incident.
I hear you. I hear you.
But having said that, I would never own any.
Let's jump back to the chat tab, and then we will call it a show. We've got here from Johnny, bought a 2023 Hyundai Santa Fe,
Hyundai
hybrid.
Sonata Fe, Santa Fe hybrid.
Dealer was asking $5,000 over sticker, got him to knock it off and bought it at sticker price. Congratulations. That's a great deal. We've got from 6 a.m. I live in Buffalo. This has been brutal even for us. Yeah, absolutely. I'm literally looking at replacing my EV with a hybrid. Can't
Look at that. Yeah.
And David with an anecdote from Auto Nation. I tried to purchase from Auto Nation and the dealership would not budge at all. As I walked out, the salesperson did not hesitate to let me leave. Have you heard of such a thing from Auto Nation? Yeah.
Well, Auto Nation, in a lot of cases, they don't negotiate. The price is the price.
They're trying to be like CarMax.
Yeah, and so I can tell you that it is difficult at best when dealerships go from the old negotiating way of doing business to negotiation free.
Mm-hmm.
And the commitment has to be, when you go to negotiation free selling, that you literally would lose a customer over $50 or $25. I understand your price is X, but if you take $50 off, I'll buy it. And the answer has to be, in those situations, that's great. Can't do that for you. If I do that for you, I'd have to do that for everybody. Yeah. If we're going to live by our tactic of negotiation free, that means it's negotiation free. And that's difficult for some people, some consumers to accept.
Mm-hmm.
But ultimately, if they're willing to accept it, the entire sales process has become easier and more consumer friendly.
Ooh. Yeah, but you're also paying a premium for that.
In many cases, you would be, which is why CarMax has been so successful. They sell nearly 1 million used cars a year, and people know that they're going to pay more when they go there, but the experience is, for those million people, is worth it.
No, I totally hear. I just want to be very clear.
So
could be more like a better, more friendly experience, but you are paying more. Like, let's not get that misconstrued.
Well, I didn't suggest that
one of the ways that you can pay less.
Yeah,
Pops.
Please tell me. Please share with me, and please take advantage of our promo codes that will be expiring on January 1st.
Go for it.
Yeah. Because if you're thinking about doing the full YAA Plus membership, which is normally $120 a year, if as you check out, you were to type in the promo code GIFT50, that $120 a year membership would suddenly become $60. Okay. If you happen to need an extended warranty and you used the promo code GIFT150 when purchasing that extended warranty, that would take $150 off of that extended warranty for you.
Yep.
So the savings are astronomical, and if I may, it's kind of like being able to stack programs from manufacturers.
Yeah.
If you needed the extended warranty and you joined YAA Premium Plus,
not Premium Plus, just Plus,
YAA Plus, and you joined that for $60. If you were to then buy the extended warranty, you get an additional $120 off because you were a YAA Plus member.
Yeah, I got to update this page. It is $120, so I will update that. We increased the discount to $120.
So that, in essence, if you use the Gift 150, guess what? You're saving $270 on the cost of that warranty, which eats in drastically to the amount of money we make per warranty.
I never want anyone to get on me for doing long throws
Yeah.
because that was incredible.
Yeah, but it was filled with information,
It was
valuable
good. It was good,
information,
Pops.
and how you could stack those savings.
It's good. Yeah, we got different styles, different approaches. Thank
Oh,
you, everyone,
yes.
for being here with us. We will be back tomorrow. Kimberly Klein will not be joining us. We are so busy that Kimberly can't take the time out of the day. She is
Wow.
working with so many people, helping them. So our team is stretched very thin right now. We really appreciate. Yeah, Bruce is right. Close that sale. He's trying.
ABC always be closing, my friend.
So we are doing our best to help everyone. Again, Ashley did 52 chats yesterday. On Monday, we did 122. You don't see Justice here today because he's busy. Phil's busy. Like the whole team
is
Jerry's
busy.
Like, thank you, everyone who's become a part of our community. We are here to serve you. Thanks for being a part of today's show, and thanks for listening to our last 3-minute long pitch. Well done, Pops.
It was an infomercial.
It was an infomercial.
It's the least I could do for you.
We'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely, because I'm not involved in the chat. So
Over 120 yesterday. Wow,
so
thank
yes,
you,
we
Phil.
will be back tomorrow at noon Eastern, 9 Pacific time in the out west.
Last show of 2022.
Last live show of 2022, because we will not be here Saturday night. With more news that you can use from YAA. We want to thank everybody for being here today, and we look forward to seeing you and everybody you know back here with us again tomorrow at noon.
See you guys.
Bye-bye, everybody.